This whole Dion back in the news again, prime again. It's starting to get old, but I'm trying to figure out what side of the fence cats be on. That's Ebonics for everybody that is out there that don't know.
What happened?
The Cormania McClain kid apparently maybe leaving Colorado. I don't know. He was a 5-star kid from Miami that didn't go to Miami. Cristobal has now said since he went to Colorado, he will not accept him back to Miami. All these things. I don't know if you've heard Dion in the news lately talking about this kid.
Yeah, they asked him in the media.
Yeah, basically he's said some things that are illegal in recruiting. You can't do some of the things Dion does in recruiting. Zach Smith kind of told him, "I love Prime, but you're doing some shit, dog, that is crazy." He'd be surprised if he doesn't get hit by the NCAA for different violations. Who knows? But I want to read you a quote from a lady, a black woman. She came out and said, Cormani McClain is 18 years old, and you already have a coach tearing him down in the media. It's disgusting. First off, most freshmen in Power Fives don't play, so I don't know why the media keeps asking the question to Dion. Secondly, McClain probably already made up his mind he was leaving. Deion Sanders has a pattern of doing this to young men publicly, and it's sad. Darwin Walker came out and said Dion was wrong for airing out Cormani McClain like that. It's one of the things to say he just ain't ready. It's one thing to say he just ain't ready, but to tell the world and media he's late to film, not watching film, and not trying to practice, you're fucking him over for the long term, because NFL scouts hear that shit too. No, actually, you're not fucking him over. You're actually telling everyone who he is. But again, this is the Twitter narrative, dog, that we have to protect all shitbirds at all costs, which is the crazy part. Then the lady goes on, Big Smitty, to say, have you ever seen Nick Saban or any Power 5 coach tear down their student athletes on a public platform? Yeah, I have. They see scouts daily. It's disgusting and not Dion's first time doing this. Then student athletes can't defend themselves because they signed NDAs in fear of retaliation. It's a long shit, dog. It's going all over internet, social media right now. I could read you shit for days. Trying to figure out, dog, so what side are y'all on? Like, you defend Dion on this side, and now you're bashing the cat because he called out a kid for not showing up to film and doing what's expected of him? Dog, the shit is starting to get old, and I'm tired. That's why I come out and say what I say, man. There's other cats, too, that are willing of the discussion and deserving of the discussion to be in the discussion of what we're doing out here. And it doesn't matter if you're black or white. It's showing you right here. This lady right here is an HBCU grad who's probably mad that Dion left Jackson State. Let's just keep it funky. So, like, I'm trying to figure out, though, like, why are we? This is a woman here that's mad that this kid's been told the truth about, and Dion's not holding back. I've done it a million times. I've seen Saban do it. I've seen Kirby Smart do it. I've seen everybody do it. You've seen coaches do it. We see cats do it all the time. This shit is just spiraling out of control, dog. I don't know what to say. I don't know if you knew about this McClain deal, but wouldn't shock me if he's out and transfers. But what I wanted to see is Dion retain the kid and get the kid to buy in, and not, since he hasn't played, maybe Dion's got this kid wrapped up. That is what I told you, Smitty, is what it defines a recruiter. Can you keep the kid there, still discipline him, coach him hard and love him harder, and not play him and teach him life lessons, or will he just enter the portal? I was hoping to see Dion retain him and break him like I've done with so many kids. That is a true definition of a recruiter and a cat that has full buy-in. I hope McClain kid stays. I don't want to see him leave. Contrary to all the hate out here from even black women and black men, I want to see him stay, but we don't know if he will or not. I don't know. Alan, has he entered the portal? You know, Alan? Alan's on top of this shit. I don't know, Smitty, what you think, but that's kind of, you could go online and read a whole thing. I couldn't crop the clips and put them on the show, but there's a shitload of things going on, and I just haven't seen Ryan Clark or anybody come to the rescue. I'm trying to figure out why not.
I just think everything isn't like a race thing, man. And I think I just hate it because when there is some real race stuff going on, it kind of get watered down because of all the situations like this, where it's like, bro, this has nothing to do with race and being a black man. This could have been white, black, Hispanic, Asian, whoever. It's a 5-star cat. I'm pretty sure this isn't the first time Deion has been asked why the 5-star isn't playing. So he probably at a point was like, listen, y'all, this is what it is. He's not no kid no more. 18, I get it, he's young, but that's a young man. And the way that college sports is played now with NIL and the transfer portal and everything, this is a professional sport. Call it what it is. And you're not doing the day-to-day things that makes you great, the things that you agree that you will be doing, showing up on time, being in class on time, getting the grades, watching film. You're not preparing. So you want me to coddle this guy and protect him because he's 18? Oh my God. But all you're gonna do is bash me because you don't know why the 5-star is not on the field. So you're gonna keep questioning me every week. I'm supposed to just hold back and just like, hey, he's just not ready, or hey, we're like at some point, like, hey man, it's a young man. I want to play him. I recruited him. Of course, if I didn't want to play him, I wouldn't have recruited him. But he's not buying in. He's not doing the things that he needs to do to play. And obviously, majority of the team is buying in, or at least majority of the stars are, because we're seeing them on the field. We're seeing them play. So it's not like.
Let me show you what it is.
Yeah.
Coach Sean Keeler at the Denver Post. You mentioned.
Is it playing?
Nah, it's not playing on my end. Dang, all the videos acting weird today. That's weird.
It's my end. I can't play everything from here. That's why I got to have Ethan.
You might have to present it or something if you pull it up. But you guys can find this online, though, easily.
And on your own, free time.
Yeah, it's hopping around. I would take it out, JB. It's hopping around. But you guys can find this online very easily on Twitter or social media.
Yeah, that's where he says, fuck, man, I can't play a goddamn video over here. Yeah. That's why he's saying basically, like, he shows up late, he does this, he does what he wants, plays video games.
Not watching film.
Yeah, so then he told him he's got to watch a certain amount of hours. This is the part that he violated NCAA rules, because we know that NCAA non-carrying assholes of America, they won't come after you for nothing more than something dumb that's said in the media that you don't really mean intentionally, and they'll come after that. So basically
explain that to me.
On film and watch over the allotted hours the NCAA allows you to watch film per week. So Zach Smith came out and was like, dog, you can't watch more than 20 hours of film, homie. You can't be putting that out there, Deion. I love you, dog, but you're going to get violation. And so, like, that's now in the news. Now you got that part of it. So, like, it's starting to, like, he's got to try to reel this thing back in before it spirals out of control, because in this business now, unfortunately, it will spiral out of control. I've actually spoke to Dan Lanning and a good friend of mine who's a linebacker coach there at Oregon since the game. And they're like, dude, we love what he's doing too. He's like, we love what he's doing too. But he's like, JB, we're not going to sit down and lay down as everything that I've said. And I go,
Dan said that publicly after the game. Yeah. He said,
but we were talking about some things, and just because I got about 5 good friends on that staff at Oregon, and we were just talking about regular shit. And he's like, man, this is what we do. We love it. Like, there's no animosity either. Like, not personal vendetta. Like, I'm going to spend all my whole off season trying to beat Prime out in Colorado. He don't give a shit. He worried about Oregon. He worried about what they do. And I believe so is Dino Babers at Syracuse. So is, Loxley at Maryland. And so is James Franklin at Penn State.
But I do think these coaches do know this, right? And they do know when you play against Colorado, at least right now, all eyes are going to be on you. So I think if I'm going in, if I'm a player on the opposition, or if I'm a coach, I am going to maximize this opportunity while the light is shining on me, as you should, in my opinion. I'm not saying – that's why from the beginning I said I didn't have any issue with what Dan Lanning said. If I'm a player in the locker room, I absolutely love it. My coach, my D coordinator used to give us – shout out to Coach Bateman. He used to give us crazy, like, prep talk before the game. I couldn't even tell y'all what he used to say. It used to be wild. But we used to be hyped up. Your job as a coach is to get your team ready. So I had no problem with that at all. My only thing I said, look from the outside looking in, just from a evaluation standpoint, it was just like, well, damn, Oregon is clearly just overall better than Colorado. So it's like, to me, it was easy to kind of say that particular speech in that moment because you were clearly the favorites. Like you went in 21-point, favorites anyway, which means the whole world assumed that Colorado wasn't even going to be close. So that was my only little comment I even made, but I had no problem with the actual speech itself. And yeah, I don't think anyone would have an actual vendetta. No one in the actual football world, right? Football coaches, players will have any beef for what Deion's doing. I don't think so. Now, is there some jealousy out there? Of course, there's going to be some jealousy out there from some team, some players, some coaches, some whatever, because Deion's a first-year Division I, head coach, and he's getting all this attention.